Hello, 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 people, and welcome to NGB Business News. Let me get this mic right, you know what I'm saying? But welcome to NGB Business News, the greatest business news commentary channel on YouTube, people. You already know. All y'all that be tuning in, y'all already know this is the greatest one. This is the greatest one. But we got some good topics for you guys today, you know? We got Mike Pence is coming out here, essentially kind of separating himself from Trump. So, that could get real sticky. And you also know anytime anybody says anything bad about Trump or something like that, he's coming with that heat back. So, this is going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. We've also got Massachusetts best or highest, whatever you would like to call it, most successful federal prosecutor has apparently I don't know if they've stepped down, but they've essentially been removed from their position because of ethical reasons. So that's going to be really interesting to look into too, because like what did they do wrong ethically, especially as a prosecutor. You would assume that those are one of the last people to be, making ethical mistakes. Now we also have Joe Biden and this debt ceiling that he's been dealing with. We covered it in our last stream, essentially talking about the options that he has, which both options are technically unconstitutional, but he has to do, some of those options. I think one of the options is he's going to either have to stop paying, certain government programs such as Social Security, things like that, which would be very bad, obviously. And his other option is, of course, heightening the debt ceiling, and everything like that. So this is all going to be very interesting. And we've got Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. You guys know how I feel about Meghan Markle, but I'm going to try to be nice today. I'm going to try to be nice today because they may have gone through a very unfortunate situation where it seems like they were in a car chase with paparazzi, which seems kind of weird because I feel like nobody really cares anymore what Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are really on like that. I don't know if you guys saw the South Park episode, but they were essentially making fun of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry because they're always saying they don't want attention while doing things that give you attention. Where it's like, it was like a whole thing where they went on a, what was it? It was basically like a Don't Look at Us tour, and everything. So they were going out into all these public places saying, don't look at us, when it's like, excuse me, or it's like you could just be in your house. So we're going to see what's up with that situation and everything like that. Get into the details and really see how we feel about it. Do we feel like this was a real incident? Was it not? So we're definitely going to get into that. But I don't want to hold you up. Excuse me, guys. I don't want to hold you up. So let's get into this whole Mike Pence situation. Sorry, guys. Let me bring this up for you guys. There we go. And as you can see, it says Mike Pence rejects Trump's call to let U.S. a default as he hints at 2024 White House bid, which will be really interesting to see, Mike Pence enter the reign. We already know we've got Trump, we've got DeSantis, we've got Biden, and those really seem to be our big front runners right now, with I'm pretty sure Trump being, he's pretty much running it right now. He's looking like he's going to be proposed to win because, DeSantis has his own issues, and especially with the Disney situation. And Joe Biden been asleep. He's down in the polls. He's been pretty much a pretty terrible president, so right now it's looking like Trump will have it, even though he's dealing with, that SA case to Jean Carroll that he lost. He had to give her $5 million and the 36 felonies that he beat and everything like that. Even despite that, it seems like he's still the contender to really win this thing. But let's see. Now it says former Vice President Mike Pence on Wednesday highlighted sharp differences with his former boss, rejecting ex-President Donald Trump's stance on the debt ceiling and Ukraine, while stoking more speculation about his 2024 presidential ambitions. Now it says when it comes to the debt ceiling, failure is not an option. We can't accept default. We can't minimize the impact that it would have on American families and American credibility in the world, which we already know American credibility is pretty low right now. Let's just be honest with ourselves. We're not looking too hot. Now, it says Pence remarks came in response to a question about Trump's recent call for Republicans to let the U.S. default on its debt if Democrats will not agree to massive spending cuts. basically defaulting on the debt, kind of like forgiving it in a way, and everything like that. Now it says the White House and congressional leaders are in deep negotiations to prevent a default by early June, which is when the government could run out of money to pay its bills, which is very bad, very embarrassing, and everything like that for sure. Now, it says the former vice president also accused, so he's really attacking Trump right now, you know what I'm saying? And if he is running for president in 2024, it would be kind of good for him to put Trump into a negative light, because that's really the powerhouse he's going to have to go up against, not only as a Republican nominee, but in the presidential nominations as well. Now, he accused Trump and President Joe Biden of holding identical spending-heavy fiscal policy views, as he called to make permanent the Trump-Pence tax cuts of 2017. But when he was, oh my gosh, I'm not even tired, guys. It's crazy. I'm not even tired. Let me sit up. But when he was asked to whether defense spending cuts would be a part of the plan to return to fiscal solvency, he balked. At a time when China is literally floating a new battleship every month and continuing military provocations across the not Atlanta. I'm thinking about Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta, the land of wings. Asia Pacific and Russia's waging an unprovoked war in Eastern Europe, the last thing we ought to be doing is cutting defense spending. Which I, as one, without knowing, everything that the United States would say, I would say cutting defense right now probably isn't the best move. China's been putting a lot of pressure on us. They've been in a lot of places like Taiwan, where we've been kind of, trying to get them out. We've been butting heads with them. They've shown that they have no respect for us. And like he's saying, in a time where there's a Russia-Ukraine war, you never know how this could end, how this could come out, which allies will possibly get involved in this and everything like that. Maybe having a weak military right now, I would say personally, doesn't seem like the best idea. Now it says Pence is maybe some of those social services, not the ones that deal with the infrastructure, but you know what I'm saying? We do have a lot of social things where the government is blatantly just giving it out to money out to people who don't deserve it. But I digress. That's for another video. Now it says Pence is openly weighing a campaign for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination, and his remarks Wednesday morning, delivered from the key preliminary state of New Hampshire, where he was set to appear at multiple events this week, offered more hints about his plans. He said, "We'll let our intentions be known, I'm confident, before the end of June. The reason I came here to New Hampshire, in part, is because when you're in New Hampshire, it seems like you get a little bit more attention when you're talking about things that matter. Trump is currently the clear polling favorite in the Republican primary field, even when including figures like him and, of course, DeSantis, who they had to speak about in this conversation, who's expected to mount a competitive presidential bid in coming weeks." We just had a video a few days ago about how he's kind of gearing up for presidency. Now, it says Pence reaffirmed his view that there will be better choices than Trump for president in 2024 before rattling off a number of his policy disagreements with the forerunner. He said, "The former president and I have a difference in terms of American leadership in the world. I think that we need to lean in and support the Ukrainian military and repel the Russian invasion." And as you know, Putin and Trump, they're like best friends. Like, I'm sure they, go out and have a beer and some wings on Saturdays. They go to their local Hooters. You know what I'm saying? Trump's got his Make America Greater hat on, and, Putin's got some type of, red hat, and everything like that. I could definitely picture that. I could, and everything like that. They're like best friends. They're like best friends. They're best homies. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute in a strange way. Now, it says Trump has called for an immediate end to the conflict in Ukraine, which began when Vladimir Putin ordered an invasion into the neighboring nation. Trump, who in the past has praised Putin, has offered few details about how that peace could be achieved. Now, CNN town hall, which we know he did that. A lot of people were really mad about Trump going to, no, not about Trump, but, well, yes, about Trump, but about CNN giving him a platform to speak, which I thought was crazy because it's like he's a contender for the main contender for the Republican, candidacy. Now, Trump would not say which nation he thought should win the war and refused to say if he thought Putin was a war criminal. Pence said that backing Ukraine also sends a decisive message to China with their military provocations. On foreign policy and domestic issues, the U.S. has got to demand leadership that will stand firm and achieve these things, Pence said, before touting his lengthy record in politics. I know that it can get done. So, guys, I want to know what you guys think about this. Obviously, he's cutting himself off from Trump. He doesn't want anything to do with, the idea of Trump. And he's really trying to make that separation in people's heads. Maybe this could be for a White House bid. Maybe not. I think it would be really interesting and really would, throw some fire on the mix or throw some heat on the fire or whatever that quote is, if Pence was really to get into here. And I think he's saying a lot of good things about, the war and how we should have a stronger military, because right now is kind of the time for us to definitely have a stronger military and everything like that. So let me know what you guys think. Like, if Mike Pence was to run, would you guys support Pence over Trump? Pence over Biden? What do you guys think? Do you guys think it would be good for the Republican Party for Mike Pence to run? Or do you guys think this would be a thing where it's kind of separating the Republican Party, and everything like that? So I'm really interested to see what you guys think about this. Definitely for my guys in here, throw a like, throw a comment, and subscribe. I'm just a guy out here trying to talk about the news with you great people, and I love how you guys tune in and the conversations that we have in the comments and everything like that. So I definitely appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's always good to be informed, and that's really what I want to bring to this channel. I don't want to act like I know everything, because I don't know everything. I just want to look at the news and read it just as anyone would, when they're checking on their daily news, and have a good medium for everybody to come and have some good civil discourse. Because, hey guys, that's what our Fourth Amendment is for, right? So good topic. I'm not gonna hold you guys up, and let's go ahead and get into the next topic, which is pretty interesting. This is actually about a top, like it says here, a top federal prosecutor in Massachusetts resigns after damning ethics report. So I'm assuming this is her right here. I was assuming that it was a male, but it's not a male. Females can do great things too. I'll be right back. I'm about to just grab this bottle real quick, pour up a shot. You know what I'm saying? Get right for this report. Let's see what's going on. And what did she do? What did she do that was unethical, especially as a prosecutor? Prosecutors are supposed to be like some of the most ethical people, of all time. They deal with the law. And, because they deal with the law and they're constantly throwing people in jail and punishing people for breaking the law, then you would just assume, after literally throwing people away for years because of the non-ethical things that they did, you would assume that these would just be the most ethical people. It's almost like having a chef that doesn't understand he needs to wash his hands before he cooks. It just doesn't make sense. A top chef is always going to know these things because they're a top chef. So, let's see what it's saying. And shout out to you guys if you're watching and if you have a little drink with you. Cheers. Make yourself at home. This is a safe place, I gotta drink it with water. I can't take shots anymore, guys. I'm not in college anymore, Now, it says the top federal prosecutor in Massachusetts will submit her resignation by the end of the week to President Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe. Gotta love Joe. Joe's been looking good lately. He needs to stop thinking that he can govern our country because he's doing a terrible job. But he's been looking good lately. Have you seen him? I don't think we've caught him sleep lately. I don't think he's fallen off of any bikes or airplane steps or anything lately. So, shout out to Joe Biden. People think I hate Joe Biden. I don't hate Joe Biden. I just don't like what he's doing when I got to go to the grocery store or go get some gas and, the prices is out of hand. No. Her lawyer said Wednesday after reports found she committed serious ethical misconduct. I wonder what she did. Now, it says the Department of Justice internal watchdog began a probe last year after U.S. Attorney for Massachusetts, Rachel Rollins, attended a Democratic fundraiser last July featuring First Lady Jill Biden, despite advice this would violate ethics guidelines. Now, it says we found Rollins' conduct described throughout this report violated federal regulations, numerous DOJ policies, her ethics agreement, and God, they got her with a lot, and applicable law, and fell far short of the standards of professionalism and judgment that the department should expect of any employee, much less a U.S. attorney, the DOJ and General's Office said in their report. Now, it says the 161 page found that Rollins, who was appointed by President Biden, used her official position to try to help the election effort of a fellow Democrat for the county district attorney position. Essentially saying it's kind of like it's coercion, and everything like that. Like almost like the person didn't get a fair chance, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. Because when you're a judge, obviously you can't have any type of bias. So I'm thinking that's kind of the issue here. Maybe they're saying it's non-ethical because she clearly would have a bias for this Democratic person because, she may have worked with them in the past or, and everything that's saying like that, using her position to help a fellow Democrat, somebody that she might have been cool with, somebody that she might have been friends with, as opposed to taking a neutral stance, and everything like that, to where possibly a better Republican candidate may have not been able to get that opportunity. So I think that's where the issue may lie here. Now, it says Rollins gave the journalist non-public sensitive DOJ information to create the impression publicly before the primary election that DOJ was or would be investigating his opponent for public corruption, according to the IG office. So it's kind of her really like she's sticking her foot a little bit too deep in the water, you could say. Says the report found that Rollins lied under oath about that effort when asked about it by investigators. And we already know, guys, you can't lie under oath, guys. You can't lie under the oath. And you especially can't do that when you're a prosecutor. Now, it says Rollins only admitted to being the source during subsequent testimony after Rollins produced relevant text messages, which definitely showed that Rollins had indeed been a source for the reporter and had to disclose to him the internal DOJ recusal reprimandum quoted in the story. The alleged lie to investigators raises the possibility she could be criminally prosecuted. The report additionally found that Rollins violated ethics guidelines by accepting free tickets to a Boston Celtics game. Oh, come on. You can't be doing that. You can't be accepting tickets to a basketball game and helping somebody and defending somebody and or attacking their rival. That's a terrible look. She's got to know this as a prosecutor. You got to think one of the first things you're going to come at as a judge is that's obviously going to be some type of like bribery. Like, oh, of course you defended him. Oh, of course you gave him, that level of office. He bought you Boston Celtics tickets. Come on. She was at the game. She had her foam finger. She was like, yeah, Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, by the way, if you guys don't know, Boston Celtics basketball player. He has the best chips. If you guys haven't tried the Jason Tatum's hot barbecue chips, definitely check those out. Now, it says, finally, we found that Rollins continued to accept political contributions to her campaign account after she was sworn in as a U.S. attorney. Now, it says, because these contributions described in this section potentially implicate the Hatch Act, we have referred our factual findings to the Office of Special Counsel for its review and handling. The Hatch Act says that any employee of the executive branch of the federal government may not solicit or accept political contributions, which something like tickets to the game. There's a bug. I didn't get it. But would definitely go into the line of, I'm still looking at this bug, political contributions for sure. That could definitely be looked at, like I said, as a bribe. Now it says a separate but related report into Rowlands by the Office of Special Counsel said that her multiple acts of misconduct or egregious transgressions of the hatch ever investigated by the office. The act bars covered by federal employees from using their official office to affect an election, which if this is true, I would say this definitely looks like that if it's true. Now, she decided to resign from her position. She will submit a letter of resignation to Joe Biden by close of business on Friday, her lawyer said. She has been honored to serve over 16 months and is proud of all her office has accomplished during that time, especially in areas of gun violence and civil rights. After the dust settles and she resigns, she will make herself available to answer questions. Until then, she reminds the public of vitally important work the office does and thanks her colleagues for service to the Commonwealth and to our nation. Now, Biden nominated her in 2021 and that year to a tie-breaking vote. Now, it says that Judiciary Committee Chairman Dick Durbin, Dick Durbin, that's a funny name. Just like the double D, like double D's and like Dick Durbin. You guys can see how that could be funny. Like Dick Durbin has double D's. Now I'm wilding. Let me stop. But he said, I'm deeply concerned by Miss Rowlands' misconduct as detailed in the Inspector General and Special Counsel's reports and support her immediate resignation. So I'm thinking right now that she definitely did these things. One, because she resigned. A lot of people, when they genuinely feel that they're innocent, they don't resign. A lot of people resign to save face when they already know that they actually did do the things that were wrong and everything like that. So it's very sad to hear. Very sad story. Let me know what you guys definitely think about this story and everything like that. You don't want to see a prosecutor affecting, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. Judges are supposed to be the most level-headed and grounded people. They're supposed to take their emotions out of it. They're supposed to take what's going on in their life out of it, and they're supposed to just look at the law and make the decision on what's best for, within, the court case, or in this case, what's best, who's the best candidate, and everything like that. And accepting Celtics tickets is wild. You can't do something like that. So if that's all true, we can definitely see why she's resigning. But thanks to everybody who's watching the video. I appreciate all the love you guys have been showing me lately. We're gonna hit 600 soon. So if you're watching, definitely help me get to 600 subscribers. That would be great. I'll probably be eating spicy wings for that. I've been eating spicy wings for every 100 subscribers that I get. One day we're going to get 1,000. We're going to get 1,000 hopefully sooner rather than later. But thanks for everybody tuning in. I'm going to take a little break and I'll be right back. And then we're going to talk about this whole Joe Biden came out and had a little bit to say about the debt ceiling, which we talked about earlier. So that's going to be really interesting. And I will be right back, guys. 1, 2. Shout out to everyone who's been in the stream. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys have no idea how much it means to me when you guys say, I appreciate the channel. You know, thanks for bringing this to light, you know, and everything like that. I definitely appreciate that. Now, let's get into this next topic. Obviously, we've been talking about Joe Biden and the debt ceilings, the options that he has, you know, furthering the debt ceiling, you know, possibly not being able to pay off certain government programs like Social Security, you know, other things like that. A lot of federal employees are kind of, you know, it's kind of not looking like a good situation because our government is essentially running out of money, you know, and everything like that, to where we won't be able to pay our bills as a country, which is very sad to see and hear. But now we're trying to decide, like, should we keep the debt ceiling? Should we not? But let's see what Mr. Joe Biden, our man Sleepy Joe, he's been looking good lately. You know what I'm saying? He's been looking good lately. He's looking a little tired right now, but he's been looking good lately. I'm trying not to hate on Joe Biden today, guys. I'm trying my best, you know. But let's see what he has to say. We already know there's going to be an ad. Let me do this as well. Okay, we're all good. So let me know what you guys think too in the comments. What do you guys think about Joe Biden's presidency? Are you okay with it? Who would you prefer, Joe Biden or Trump? Whose presidency do you think was better? You know, and you can talk about it. You know, Joe Biden's obviously more social issues, Trump's more financial. But let me know. Let's see what's going on though.
Andrews. Yeah. Anyway, and to meet with leaders of G7. America's role in the world is vital, especially right now, as we work together with other countries to support Ukraine and take on the challenges that demand international cooperation.
Think we don't have money to pay our own bills, and the first thing he comes out and says is what? To support Ukraine. You know how much money we've sent over to Ukraine? A lot. Billions of dollars. While we can't pay our own bills. Take that into consideration.
From tackling the climate crisis to strengthening the global economy. And before I leave, I wanted to say a word about the status of negotiations with the congressional leaders. We had a productive meeting yesterday, and with all 4 leaders in the Congress. It was civil and respectful, and everyone came to the meeting, I think, in good faith. I'm confident that we'll get the agreement on the budget, that America will not default. And every leader in the room understands the consequences if we fail to pay our bills. And it would be catastrophic for the American economy and the American people if we didn't pay our bills. And I'm confident everyone in the room agreed with the speaker, from the speaker to the majority leader, to the majority leader in the House and the Senate, the majority leader in the Senate, the minority leader in the Senate, as well as the Democratic leader in the House, that we're going to come together. Because there's no alternative.
Come on, though, guys. Does this really seem like the charismatic you guys really want? The charismatic man you guys really want in 2024? I'm just saying. Obviously, it seems like when he says we'll pay our bills, that means that that's the route that he will go. Which means furthering, obviously furthering the debt ceiling, heightening the debt ceiling so we can actually pay these bills. But I'm just saying, like, does this really seem like it? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even imagine being in a debate or something like that with Joe Biden. I just feel like most logical people, I feel like if they actually know the information, will just wash him. Like, I don't know. It's time to retire, Joe.
To do the right thing for the country. We have to move on. And to be clear, this negotiation is about the outlines of what the budget will look like, not about whether or not we're going to, in fact, pay our debts. The leaders have all agreed we will not default. Every leader has said that. And I'm proud of the progress my administration has made. We've reduced the deficit in the first 2 years by $1.7 trillion in the first 2 years. And I propose the budget to reduce another $3 trillion over the next decade. That includes more revenue by asking the wealthy and large corporations to begin to pay their fair share, and cutting
attacking
subsidies
businesses. That makes
in the law
sense.
now
Democrat.
to big oil and big pharma. Yesterday, we all agreed that both the Speaker McCarthy and I would designate senior members that we would negotiate to give our authority to make agreements in detail on what we wanted. So we narrowed the group. We narrowed the group to meet and hammer out our differences. And we've done that. In fact, they met last night, and they're going to be meeting again today. And I'll be in constant contact with my team while I'm at the G7, and I'll be in close touch with Speaker McCarthy and the leaders as well. Soon? Now, what I have done, in anticipation that we won't get it all done till I get back, is I've cut my trip short in order to be for the final negotiations and sign the deal with the majority leader. I made clear that, and I'll say it again, America is not a deadbeat nation. We pay our bills. The nation
no, we
never
don't.
defaulted on this debt, and it never will.
I don't know if you guys know we owe so many countries money, which normally they're okay with accepting debt from the United States because they know that the American dollar is strong. So they're like, okay, well, this is the strongest currency. If you guys just want to enter as much debt, like, okay, you got it. And a lot of times they can't like stop trade with us, so they just accept the debt. America does not pay its bills, guys. Like, America does not pay its bills. Let's just keep it a stack. But I get what he's trying to say. He's really trying to save face here. But all right, Biden. It's not too bad. I hope he gets his cough together too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you good? Like, Joe, you good?
We're going to continue these discussions with congressional leaders in the coming days until we reach an agreement. And I'll have more to say about that on Sunday.
And we will be listening.
When I have a press conference on this issue. As it stands now, the intention is to go to the G7, be back here on Sunday, hold a press conference, and in the meantime, I've spoken to the Australian leader Albanese, and I'm going to be seeing him at the G7. He'll be there as well, along with the Indian Prime Minister and along with the Japanese as well.
Man, so I feel like I need
Quad
a shot
members will be
this,
there.
Man.
We'll get a chance to talk separately at the meeting, but it's unlikely I'm going to be going on to Australia.
Bro, Joe Biden is a piece of work. Joe Biden is a piece of work. One, he didn't say too much, but he did say that we're going to try to pay our bills. So I wonder if that means that he is going to heighten the debt ceiling to actually pay these, but I don't even know. But he's still talking about their agreement. So there's still a lot for us to kind of look into with this and kind of see how they're moving. It's going to be interesting. He said, I think he said, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think he said Sunday he's going to be coming out and, you know, kind of saying everything like that. He's obviously going to be leaving the G7 summit a little bit early to kind of handle this situation and everything like that. But he didn't really say much. Wouldn't say it was good showing. Joe Biden obviously isn't the most charismatic or great debater or speaker or anything like that. He's never been known for any of that. You know, he's always been known for falling asleep as far as I'm concerned, and falling off of stairs and bikes and, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, any type of falling or sleep, like, you know, that's his forte. Now, if there was an award for being the best sleeper or something like that, like, bro, I would bet everything in my bank account and all my stock market accounts and my IRA, my Roth IRA, you know, on that. But unfortunately, those competitions do not exist. So let me know what you guys think about this and everything like that. Just in general, I mean, it's just never a good look. Like, I mean, I don't really know what decision Joe Biden can make. I don't really think there's necessarily a good decision that I would be able to make or anything like that. And obviously, that's why I'm not president. But if he actually is cutting money every year and he does have a deal that can ensure that the American people are being done right, and like he said, he has a 10-year deal, then I'm all for that. You know, I'm all for that and everything like that. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think Joe Biden's going to do. And let me know what you think about Joe Biden, Sleepy Biden in general. The Biden people, they done aired out. Like, all the Republicans be over here now. Because I feel like they done see me go in too much on Biden, and they like, nope, like, nah, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this man. I already know he about to go in on my president. He about to go in on my president. And yes, I am about to go in on your president. But, yeah, just let me know what you guys think about that and everything like that. My boy's catching me on stream. Hold on, I'm going to answer this real quick. You can say what's up to the stream real quick. Hey, what's up, bruh? Say what's up to the stream, bruh.
accurate news you can find. Tap in with that man.
Yeah, we out here. I was trying not to go too hard on Biden. I was trying. I was trying.
No, bro. I'm sure Biden hates Phil out, bro. He sucks. Biden is the worst president. Hey, bro, Biden is a trash president, and the people need to know.
Yes,
Let
sir.
them know he sucks as president, and they should not reelect him.
Yes, and y'all check out NFL Analysis with Trey. If y'all are sports people, especially football people, definitely check that out. He got the highlights and everything, real clean edits. You guys will love that for sure if you guys are football people. But hey, bro, I'm gonna call you in a little bit. We got one more topic real quick. We about to talk about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. So, hey, bro, I'll call you in a little bit, man.
All right, bro. I'll shoot you with a text.
Yep. All right, bro. And that's my boy Trayvon, great friend from college, and we've been friends ever since. But yeah, let's get into this last topic, guys. We're talking about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who say that they were involved in a catastrophic car chase, people. It sounds like something out of a James Bond movie, if you ask me. And we already know what's going on with Harry. Every time I think about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, as you guys know, I'm not the greatest fan of Meghan Markle because I think it was the first chance for, African Americans such as myself to have a chance to actually, have a mark on the on the English bureaucracy and everything like that. I thought, having Queen Meghan, she kind of light skin, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily, dark skin, but you know what I'm saying, an African American, queen. I thought that would be an amazing thing, and though I thought she was going to have to deal with some adversity, I thought this was something that would be an amazing historical, asset for not only, African Americans and black people in general, but also for the world and equality, to see a light-skinned queen of England, which we know she couldn't handle it because she's not strong. She's not a strong woman at all. She's a fairly weak woman that just wants attention. And, Harry is a weak man for letting her walk all over him. He was a prince, guys. He was a prince. Now he's over here in America or Canada. I don't even know where he at because nobody cares what they're on. Let's keep it a stack. And he pretty much gave away his princehood to be with the Meghan Markle instead of doing great things and making a whole bunch of changes and, really, pushing that narrative of racial equality in England. He couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle it. Why? Because they're weak people. You know what I'm saying? And everything like that. So I'm not a big supporter of them because I saw the potential. I saw the potential that they could have done for not only black people, but for the world of racial equality. And they failed. They failed. They couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it. And some people just not built like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's see what it says. Now, it says Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, took refuge at New York City police station in the middle of a chaotic pursuit by photographers. The couple and law enforcement and sources said Wednesday. So this makes this more real. Law enforcement said it. If the couple said it, I don't care. Law enforcement said it. So that makes me, okay, this might have been happening. Now it says the pair with Meghan's mother were followed by photographers after leaving a charity event in Midtown Manhattan on Tuesday night. This relentless pursuit lasting over 2 hours resulted in multiple near collisions involving other drivers on the road, pedestrians, and 2 MPD officers, a spokesperson for the couple said in a statement. Also, think too, isn't it kind of weird to run from run from paparazzi? They're not you know what I'm saying? I would understand running from somebody with a knife, running from somebody with a gun, running from somebody who's going to attack you. But if you're in a car and your car stops and paparazzi is around your car, what are they going to do to you? I would think at worst they would pull up to the window of your car with their cameras and just be taking pictures of you while you're inside of your car. Also, have you guys ever heard of paparazzi hopping in a car on a high speed chase, on a chase like that? Wouldn't that be? Have you guys ever heard of that? I feel like there's much more famous people than them that people care about their life that don't be dealing with that. And I ain't never heard of nothing like this. Honestly, it just seems weird to me because it's like, what if you stopped your car? Like, I mean, at worst, paparazzi would surround your car and take pictures of you in your car. It's not like they're attacking you. So why would you speed off? I just don't get that. I don't get that. Now it says they added that the near catastrophic car chase came at the hands of a ring of highly aggressive paparazzi. The couple spent Tuesday night in the Upper East Side of Manhattan and didn't want photographers to know where they were staying, law enforcement sources told NBC News. Now, I can't understand that. You know, if paparazzi's following you, you don't necessarily want to go where you're staying at, because then they're going to know exactly where you're staying at. I mean, that makes sense. Now it says, and if you guys feel like I'm tweaking, if you guys feel like they actually do be having all types of attention like that and everything, and it's that serious, definitely let me know why you feel that way. I would say if you are, just say why you feel that way. It's fine. You know, we're all good and we're all here for a civil discourse for sure. Now it says photographers followed the couple for 75 minutes up and down the Franklin Roosevelt East River Drive, the main thoroughfare of Manhattan's East Side. The traveling party went to NYPD's 19th Precinct Station House on East 67th Street between Lexington and 3rd Avenues for 15 minutes before getting into another car and leaving without being followed. Good move. Good move. Definitely a good move, especially if you have multiple cars. That's nice. Law enforcement sources pushed back on any characterization that the incident was near catastrophic. So they pushed back on a characterization. Hold on. Come on. My mouse. What's going on? What's going on here? Did I run out of battery? Guys, I might have ran out of battery, yeah? I might have ran out of battery, yo. That's fine. Now, that the couples move some stuff around. Couple's ride was a bit chaotic. Julian Phillips, the NYPD's deputy commissioner for public information, said officers assisted the private security team protecting them. Now, there were numerous photographers that made their transport challenging. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex arrived at their destination and there were no collisions, summons, injuries, or arrests in regard. So why is this even news? I would assume that this is essentially just like any high-profile person that is doing something. The paparazzi is going to be on you. This is not news. Like, you know, it says it came after they attended the Women of Vision Awards and departed New York's ballroom at 10 p.m. So this was very late at night. And the mom, we don't care about her, attended the event. Now, it's the first public event they had since King Charles' coronation, which, of course, Meghan didn't attend because she's weak and she can't handle being around people that don't like her, you know. Instead of being the strong woman that that everyone wishes that she was, and being there and saying, hey, even though you don't like me, I'm going to still be here. You know, I'm going to still be here. I deserve to be here. It's my place to be here. She chose not to attend. Very Meghan Markle-like. If you guys haven't noticed now, I have so much of a disdain for her. Now, Harry's mother, Princess Diana, died in a Paris car crash. Very sad. As we know, while being pursued by paparazzi in 1997. Now, okay, I didn't know that was how she died. So this happens, I guess. This happens. Very interesting. And I'm not trying to discount what they had to go through, you know. In this, all I'm saying is that these are people that we already know just constantly seek attention and everything like that. So it seems it's not crazy that one of the only news reports that comes across is something like, oh, we were chased by paparazzi. Oh, you know, we're so important. It's like, you're not that important. Like, what do you guys actually even do? What do you even do? What do they actually contribute to society for real? Like, let's keep it a stack. Now it says, while being a public figure comes with a level of interest from the public, it should never come at the cost of anyone's safety. I mean, I can agree with that, the couple said. After stepping down as senior royals in 2020 and moving to California, they complained about the links the media went to pursue them, which is why South Park made that whole episode. And I don't even think it's like that because, guys, think, does anybody watching here think, let me know, before you say, oh, Jordan, you're being harsh, all that, does anybody here wake up and think about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry? I feel like Blueface and Krishan be out here, people talking about them more than they talk about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Nobody be talking about them like that. Like, yes, they're famous. Yes, they're going to have paparazzi. That comes with it. But they acting like they A-class. I wouldn't even call them an A-class. I guess they technically are an A-plus class celebrity. But nobody be thinking what they on like that. Let me know. If you're a hard Prince Harry and Meghan Markle fan, you be watching what they on every day, please let me know. Because I've never met or heard anybody who even speaks on them ever. You know? Like, now it says, we all know what the British press can be like, and it was destroying my mental health. This is toxic, really difficult environment for the couple. So I did what my husband and any father would do. I need to get my family out of here. Okay, of course. He says biggest fear before leaving the royal family was history repeating itself with the same intense scrutiny as Diana. And this is a very sad story, but that could also explain why Prince Harry would think that this is such a big deal. You know, honestly, honestly, if your mother passed from something like that, that's sad. And I would be the same. I would honestly be the same type of way. You know, I would have a heightened sense of empathy, you know, for something like that if my mother did that. So, you know, I can definitely understand where he's coming from with that. And, you know, I would definitely have nothing negative to say or anything like that about that. I just think that it's very interesting that we're getting this type of news report while they already have the reputation for doing this and everything like that now. It says both Harry and Meghan have won privacy cases against several media outlets, with more still outstanding. That's what it was, the South Park privacy tour, I think. Harry has also been accused newspapers of using unlawful methods to target him and his family. He is seeking to overturn a decision by the British government to take away his specialist police protection while he is in UK. Yeah, I forgot my mouse. Shout out to this mouse too, the Logitech. I forgot what it's called. MX Master 3S. It's a really good one. I just need to charge it. Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't charged it since I got it, so I can tell you it lasts pretty long. But yeah, guys. Definitely an interesting story about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. As you know, this is pretty much what all of their stories are on. You know, we get too much attention. We don't like it. Well, then don't be out then. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out. You know what I'm saying? I know it sucks to not be able to live your life, but guys, you know how many people would love to just go to a secluded beach and be able to sit there and drink margaritas all day? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, even your form of a hell could be someone's form of a heaven. That's all I'm going to say. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Also, let me know if I was a little bit too harsh. I know I can really go in. I don't go in as much on Prince Henry because I think he's just kind of dumb. I really go in Meghan Markle because I feel like she did my entire race a disservice. So just let me know what you guys think about this situation. You can definitely call me out on it and everything like that if you feel like I was disrespectful or I was, you know, not having any empathy for possibly the situations that they deal with. You know, just be respectful to me and I'll just be respectful to you as always and everything like that. Also, everyone, thank you for popping into the stream. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all the growth that you guys have given to the channel. I could not ask for any more. So I hope you guys all have a great day. Be blessed, and, you know, just don't be like Meghan Markle so you can do great things and not give away the opportunities that were given to you. So you guys have a great day.